What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic Saturday night, a little after 7 o'clock, still a little under the weather, but, I'm up for this one, so let's effing go. And usually, I try to do these videos, put them out when they have a lot of content without being live, but it's a Saturday night. I know a lot of you were commenting that you missed Fan Friday, wanted to get some things in. You had some questions, so I figured why not make this a live one. Don't have the most time in the world, so going to try to keep it around 10, 15 minutes here. But if you have any questions, comments, love to hear from you. I'm going to go right through this, though. So thank you for taking the time, hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, hyping these videos up, becoming members, all the things you do to support the channel. Cannot thank you enough. But the Eagles continue to stay busy right before the trade deadline on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So on a Saturday night, real weird, as Adam Schefter says here. Don't see that too often, but hey, I'll take it. You get Jaire Alexander here on the Eagles. So we give them a 6th round pick in next year's draft and then acquire a 7th rounder in the 2027 draft. So, okay. Now, my opinion on Jaire Alexander. Okay, let's get right into him here. Talk about the player that we just got. He has not done great this year. He has definitely fallen off. He's not come back well from that injury. And I think, we all know he used to be all-pro. The dude has like 4.38 speed. It's exciting when you hear the name, right? But let's keep in mind, there's a reason he wasn't even starting on the crappy Ravens defense, one of the worst secondaries in the league. And he's just had his issues. So let's not get carried away that this is just right away our answer at cornerback 2. This is the truth. Let's go. Hey, I wish it were, but let's take a look at how he has done here. And this season so far, he's only played in 2 games. A little banged up there. So, son of a bitch. Look, this is how you acquire guys like this, though. Some people will get upset about this stuff. But honestly, if he weren't banged up, if he weren't struggling, you wouldn't be swapping a 6th and a 7th round pick and being able to acquire him. So this is how he does. Tries to find that, diamond in the rough there. But with that PCL injury to his knee, he obviously is giving him struggles. And when you rely on that 4.38 speed, that's great. But you see, 5'10", 196, 28 years old. He is a former first-round pick, but he gave up all 5 of the completions on 5 targets, 23.2 yards per completion, 100% of them. Only 5 tackles, and he missed 1 of them. So not much action. I think it was like 61 snaps he had, but didn't do great. So not doing great there, dealing with an injury. And then let's take a look at last year, a little bit more clearer of a picture. At 75.2 is a good PFF grade, but take that all with a grain of salt. So 4.38 speed, I don't know that he still has that, but last year he started 7 games, played in those 7 games, 3 touchdowns he gave up, 13.6 yards per completion, 17 completions on 30 targets for a 56.7 completion percentage allowed. Had 2 picks, 7 passes deflected. And you see the other stats there, a couple missed tackles. So he can tackle, he can do things well. I love his game when he is healthy. When he is playing, to his level, Jaire Alexander is really exciting. So I get the excitement, and I'm excited because why not, dude? You have such a big question mark there. Somebody's got to win this job, right? Adoree Jackson, Kaylee Ringo, not exactly it. You're hoping for Jacorian Bennett to be the answer. And look, Ringo and Jackson have had their ups and downs. More so downs than ups, but you bring in another guy that can compete. Michael Carter is here, and he can compete at nickel. And, we talk about these versatile defensive backs, what they can do. We're just adding. And, look, this is a guy that you never know. Maybe he pans out, and this is a, steal. And I'm okay with that because you only swapped the 6th and a 7th round pick, right? So, to me, no-brainer. Love the move. And let's take a look now at what it looks like here. And I'll jump over to the comments in a second, but you can see the IR. Jacorian Bennett is supposed to come off of that. He is designated to return. We'll see if he does that after the bye for the Packers game. But we just added Marcus Epps, and we also added Azeez Ojulari. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that opens up a roster spot. Brandon Graham will have a roster spot. Bennett, roster spot. We'll see Nolan Smith if he comes back. But, yeah, you've got plethora of guys on this list. Okoronkwo, Van Sumeren, Johnny Wilson. Those guys' season's over, but you got some other pieces that maybe you get back here at some point. But Ojulari and Epps are the newest to join this list. So you got 11 guys here. Ben's supposed to come off soon, so we shall see. Now, with this defense, now you're taking away Azeez Ojulari, right? So you got 4 edge guys. Hopefully Nolan Smith comes back, or maybe Howie's still on the phones. And then, you're looking at where you have no Epps, so only 3 safeties, and then the corners. You've got Jaire Alexander and Michael Carter II. I didn't put them as starters because I'm not going to just give them the starting role. They got to learn this defense and try to prove themselves first. But step in the right direction. You have some depth here. Hopefully, God forbid any injuries. You've got people here that can play. I don't know if they're going to or if they can get back to form or stay healthy. That my crystal ball is not telling me. But, hey, it's a no-brainer kind of move where Howie, why not? So you saw he only cost you $4 million, but really I think he's only going to cost like $2 million, and that's only going to subtract like $1 million off the cap. But here's what the offense looks like in case you're wondering. You can pause it, take a look at that. Special teams as well. Nothing has changed since we went over this with the Michael Carter news, but this is the bye week, so trying to keep you up to date with everything going on. And then the practice squad, we've got corners there too. You've got Nickerson, Thomas, Johnson, and Castro Fields. So plenty of corners on this team. Who the hell wants to step it on up is the question. And if the Eagles don't feel comfortable, well, maybe they want to sign somebody like a Stephon Gilmore or trade for somebody else. Or maybe they add someone on the edge like a Myles Garrett that I know you all want. But a lot of things could happen. You still have cap space, man. And $10.2 million, and this will change once you get Jaire Alexander on the books and all these things move around. But I'll keep you up to date with that. And remember, if you watched the Michael Carter show the other day, I talked about I thought we could get his cap hit down. Oh, boy, we did. So he was $4.1 million for the Jets. He is $1.2 million for us. So $10.2 million we still have in cap space. And then the draft picks, you still have the 17 picks the next 2 years. You just don't have 10 and 7. Now it's 9 and 8. So you got rid of that 6th-round pick that you got from Minnesota. So you give that pick for Jaire Alexander here to the Ravens. So now the Ravens have the Vikings 6th-round pick. We still have 9 picks next year. A first, a second, 3 thirds, 2 fourths, and 2 fifths. Oh, hell yeah, Howie's always cooking. And then the following year, you have all the picks, 1 in each round, and then 2 in the 7th. So as I always say when I show you this list, it's going to change 45 more times before we even get to the draft because he's probably going to add more, then less, and then more, or less. How are you sick son of a? But he's always looking for moves like this. So you're going to find people ecstatic. Jaire Alexander starting right away, greatest corner ever. You're going to have people miserable. I hate him. He's the worst player ever. Why would we trade for him? Well, you trade for him for the hope that he can get back to form. Will he? I don't know. But maybe he could play some special teams. Maybe somebody could help out here. Or Kaylee Ringo could go to special teams. Now, Ringo's probably sitting here. Hell yeah. He and Jackson both have a good chance. I think it's Ringo's job to lose right now because of the fact that he was most recently starting. Adoree Jackson was banged up. Maybe they just cut Adoree Jackson at this point. But you've got, somebody here that has improved and shown that he can improve. I really think Ringo has definitely done better. But he's got competition here. So, going to be intriguing to see if anybody wants to beat him out. But let me jump on over here. And we got Lynn, hell yeah, gifting some memberships. And none of you members wanted to reach out yesterday for the Fan Friday show. But we will definitely go over that stuff that I want to do tomorrow for you members. So look out for that. But I appreciate you starting us off and appreciate you gifting those memberships. So thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're all doing well here. Not going to put the chat to the side because you've got this thing here. But I hope you are doing well, man. And yes, indeed, that is what it is. So appreciate you, Little G. Everybody, hope you're all doing well. Well, he was hurt before he was on the Ravens. But you just hope that he stays healthy here. And we'll go from there. Yes, Kaylee Ringo is still on the team. As you can see what the details were. I'm not lying to you. Nothing added there. So not seeing any downside myself. It's a low risk, high reward kind of deal that we talk about with Howie Roseman all the time. So it is what it is. Let them all drift at sea and be mad or whatever they want. So let's go, and appreciate you tuning in. But let me know how you guys feel about this move, Dean. Appreciate you tuning in. But, yeah, man, to me, again, a no-brainer where you get a guy that was pretty damn good just last year, had his moments coming back from that injury, and I think if he can get healthy, if you give him time to learn this system, maybe it's a diamond in the rough. He's 28 years old, so he's still got some years left in him. We'll see if he can get back to form. But yeah, I like the move, and I know it's not Myles Garrett. And everybody, remember what I keep telling you. Do not get mad if we don't trade for all of these names that all these media people make up. They're just making stuff up, throwing crap at the wall, hoping that it sticks. So, again, if the Eagles want to, they find the right move, want to add somebody in a certain position. Yes, we've talked about edge and corner and tight end and all these positions, but I'm also very comfortable with what we have. I know we want to win a Super Bowl this year. We want to build a dynasty, though. So you don't want to be just giving away the house to get, a 30-year-old. Myles Garrett's about to be 30. And, I know a lot of people love him. And, hey, I'm a big fan of his. But if you saw the show last week, 2 weeks ago, we talked about there's a lot of other trade candidates out there. And there's a lot of other free agents and things that the Eagles could do if they wanted to do. And, yep, you saw that Bradley Chubb was on that list. You also saw Jalen Phillips on that list. And we went over all these, for the last few weeks here. And I'll keep reiterating that, Howie can do whatever he pleases. And if it's the right move, he will make it. But right now, just always looking to improve the roster, whether that's a starter or depth. And these two corners you just added might not start, which sounds kind of crazy, but you really didn't give up too much to get these guys. And I'm all about it, man. You weren't using John Mechie. You talk about, giving away back-end picks and swapping picks. Trying to win a Super Bowl here, man. So welcome to the Philadelphia Eagles, Jaire Alexander. But as I said, wanted to keep this one under 15 minutes. So if you guys have thoughts, any questions, anything on your mind, how are you feeling about this trade here? Go Birds! Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Hope you guys are all having a great weekend. I'm still trying to not be sick here, which is so awesome. Just not being able to breathe and coughing, blowing my nose every 5 seconds. It's so awesome. But I hope you guys are all doing well. This was a nice day, actually, for once, so that was nice. But I was pumped up to get this news. I wanted to try to do a Sicko Saturday tonight. As soon as it happened, I was like, well, look at that. So I figured, why not do the signing live? I usually don't do these moves. I try to just give you the information and bounce that way. If anybody wants to see it, got what they needed, good to go. But I hope you guys got what you needed. Hope you, got everything from me. If you missed anything, let me know. If you have any questions, anything you want to add, you want to throw in some little tidbits. He's from Philly. Oh, that's great. Awesome. Cool. Come on back home. You talk about the right situation, right? And he used to be with Christian Parker when Christian Parker was with our defense backs coach, was with the Packers. So little nuggets like that. You have anything like that you want to throw in? Anything on your mind about this move? You know how you feel. But that's all I've got for you here tonight. If you got anything from this, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this bad boy. Subscribe down below. Maybe become a member. Hype these bad boys up. All that stuff really does help. We're trying to change the game here. Stand up to the media and all of their fake news and misinformation. It's been a tough road these years. I've been doing this, but it looks like people are finally getting tired of the media's nonsense. So I'm loving it. Loving that you guys are joint sickos out there. It's awesome. So we're trying to do, build a diehard empire. Leave all the weirdos at the door. No, thank you. We bleed green in these parts. But I'll be bleeding green elsewhere. Gots to roll, my friends. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this move. If you didn't, let me know how you're feeling. Yes, indeed, Liz. A great addition. And big shout out to you again, Lynn. Thank you so much for gifting those memberships. And now you, maybe if I make it tonight, a post, you guys will answer. But I'll put something out again. We'll see if we can't get something going here for you channel members. I want to make a little Sicko Sunday for you tomorrow. So we're going to get 3 live shows in a row for this weekend, getting hyped up during this bye week, getting ready to go on this run, second half of the season, and go back to back and build this mother effing dynasty. And if you're with that notion, I'm going to need to see those 2 words down below. You know what I need, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll be back tomorrow. Unless another trade happens or something, then I will return. But if you missed some of it, you go back and watch it. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear your thoughts. Give you a quick little something at the end here. If you're just joining in, we saw the depth chart, the cap space. Well, you could see the stuff on the side, what we talked about, but you can pause this. You can take a look. We talked about hasn't done much this year, so we looked at what he did last year for the Packers and the depth chart and everything you always need to know with these moves. I always try to provide. If there's anything else you guys feel the need, I gave you the cap hit, his 40 time, his draft. I mean, if there's ever anything you feel I'm missing, you want to know everything under the sun about these people, so do I. So let me know whatever's going on in your minds. But that's all I've got for you here tonight. I got to get rolling. So until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now, sickos. Go Birds!